Look around and you'll see the same pattern everywhere. We hit a certain age and accept brain fog, a shrinking frame, and chronic fatigue as the expected symptoms of getting older. But your biology is equipped to resist this decline. The human body possesses regenerative systems designed to clear cellular waste, rebuild bone, and burn fat. The problem lies in how we live today. Our sedentary routines, late-night snacking habits, and inconsistent sleep act as physical roadblocks, suppressing these regenerative systems and keeping them dormant. Aging is not a passive decay. It is the result of the body failing to receive the specific physical signals it needs to maintain itself. By engineering a single 24-hour cycle around 4 non-negotiable stress protocols, we can manually return these biological pathways to a regenerative state. You wake up every morning in a state of dehydration. Chugging a glass of plain tap water right out of bed seems logical, but it rarely reaches the areas that need it most. Plain tap water lacks a matching mineral profile to your internal fluids. Because of this biological bottleneck, plain water simply passes through your system without fully penetrating your dehydrated cells. This side-by-side microscopic comparison shows cellular hydration. On the left, plain water molecules bounce off the cellular membrane. On the right, an isotonic solution of sea salt and lemon matches your body's fluid balance, successfully crossing the cell wall. This specific mineral protocol initiates cellular metabolism for the entire 24-hour cycle. Later in the day, your skeleton requires high-intensity physical stress. You need heavy, multi-joint movements, like squats or deadlifts performed with explosive upward momentum, at least 3 times a week. The objective here is not building muscle mass. The goal is applying massive, downward compressive force directly through your spine and entire skeletal frame. Looking at this animated cross-section of a bone, we can see the mechanics of axial loading. That downward pressure acts as a signal, driving calcium particles into the porous internal matrix so the bone retains its density. While most skeletons become porous with age, heavy axial loading provides the signal needed to keep the bone matrix dense and resilient. As the day winds down, the protocol requires a stop to all carbohydrates and sugars at least 2 hours before you go to sleep. Eating carbohydrates late at night triggers a sharp insulin spike, flattening the baseline curve of your human growth hormone. By keeping insulin stable instead, you allow an optimal surge in HGH levels, driving overnight tissue repair and fat metabolism. Maintaining a fasting window before sleep secures the environment needed for this nocturnal hormonal surge. The final nighttime rule is maintaining a rigid circadian rhythm by going to sleep at the exact same time every single night. This consistency allows the glymphatic system to reach its peak capacity, which only happens during uninterrupted deep sleep. In this diagram of a neural network, we can see the glymphatic system working as a physical pump. Fluid waves wash over the brain in a rhythmic pulse, flushing away metabolic waste from your synapses. This nocturnal brain flush reduces the accumulation of metabolic debris, but it requires perfect circadian alignment to function effectively. True longevity is an active, daily biological rhythm. Brain clearance, cellular hydration, hormonal spikes, and bone density are interconnected outputs driven directly by your lifestyle inputs. Adopting these 4 protocols shifts the trajectory of your aging from a random descent to a managed biological process. You do not need a massive life overhaul to start. You can take the first step tomorrow morning. Get a glass of water, add a pinch of sea salt, and take command of your biology.